Buju, Gagi Gabi Kwe, Indigo, Biju Dodem, Kanoran Ndunji. Hi, my name is Ingrid Green, and I am the daughter of Kitty Everson, nee Wesley. I am a child of a residential school survivor. I rarely introduce myself in such a way because my mother did not raise us to think of ourselves that way. My mother did not see herself as a survivor, even though she was a warrior. She had a humility about her that allowed her to do amazing things for herself, family, and community, and in an honorable way that ensured people were safe and respected. As a child of a residential school survivor, I am forever grateful for my mother's strength. My mother was so young when she went to residential school that her and her two siblings were still breastfeeding when they were taken. The rest of her siblings were already there. I think of my grandmother who suddenly was without her babies and the pain she must have endured. I think of my mother as a small child who no longer knew the comfort of her mother and father. My mother lost her childhood of living off the land, of being sung lullabies and songs by both her parents, but she did not let go and held on to the amazing love that her parents provided to her. She remembered riding on the dog sled and living in the bush. My mother loved being on the land and was fearless when she was doing what she loved, picking blueberries and harvesting medicine. She was an explorer and an adventurer. I am the youngest of 8 children, and my mother raised us to be kind and caring. I think of the struggle of having to parent without having been parented by her parents as a child. She struggled at times, but she was amazing. Her mothering extended beyond her children, but was reflected in all her relationships throughout community, wherever that was. We need to continue to talk about the experiences of residential school survivors, and we need to teach our children about the experiences of our parents and grandparents so that they ensure that it never happens again. My son learned about residential school while he was in school, and it really changed how he looked at his grandmother, and it changed their relationship. He recognized how strong she was and loved her deeply. Despite her residential school experience, my mother was a warrior. She lived a good life and really paved the way for others to live that good life as well. My mother was so grateful of her language, and even though they tried to take it from her, she kept it and used it as often as possible. Her language was her resistance, and I think it protected her and was a big part of her bundle that she used to heal others, to heal herself and others. It protected her and was a big part of her bundle that she used to heal herself and others. Her language was home, and she fought fiercely for it. She worked on herself and then helped others to do so as well. I am so proud of my mom, who she became despite the harm and trauma. I'm grateful that she survived residential school and the trauma she experienced. I am grateful for her strength and perseverance and how she lived her life and overcame obstacles to become the trailblazer that she was. Her work years were always about helping people, and in her later years she went back to the beginning, returning to Pelican Falls High School to work as a house parent for the young people living there. She also returned to her community of Laxville First Nation to work for the Indian Residential School Program to help community heal from the effects of residential school. My mom made her final journey this year. My family and I were honored to care for her at home as she prepared for her journey, knowing her fear of the institutional environment of the hospital and how it reminded her of her years in residential school and the tuberculosis sanatorium for 2 years following residential school. As her children, we promised to take care of her at home, and we were so grateful to be able to do that for her. She passed knowing that she was loved and that she was safe. As her children, it is our proudest moment in which we were able to give back to her what she had done her best to give to us. I know our ancestors were so happy to welcome her home, and we will do our best to carry on the healing and knowledge she shared with us for generations to come. We know she is still working on the other side and is making very big medicine for all of us. Some things can never be taken away. Miigwech Mum for surviving residential school and making the world better in doing so.